Hi friends, this is Sarah from Crafting and Relaxing. Welcome. This is weekend updates where I tell you what's going on in my craft room. Ooh, I've got a backyard thing today. Just crafting and relaxing happenings. Let's start with things I bought lately. I have two cross-stitch projects right here. This one my friend Katie got me. Neither one of us is a giant Laurel Birch fan, but we love the dogs, and of course, I love the blue. So she picked this up for me. She said, hey, would you do it if I got you one? And I said, yeah, I think I would. And she picked a cute one. And then I picked this up at Scraps KC when I was in Kansas City. It's a little cross-stitch kit for $1. I'm pretty sure that's where I got it. I think so, yeah. The idea is to make a card out of it. I don't love this green, dated looking, not that cute thing, but I like the snowman and the penguin. I thought I would cross stitch it and either make it into a card, or how cute would that be on a December daily or any kind of winter journal. I had those two things set out. I haven't cross stitched in, maybe I finished a UFO, but I haven't sat down and started a cross stitch project in, I'm going to say, at least probably 20 years. This seems to be the only hoop I had left in my house, and it's actually a little big for the size of these. This one is 5x7, and this one I'm guessing is, 3x4 or something like that. And I've seen my friend Katie using some wood frames that I like. I messaged her and said, hey, could you send me the link of what to buy? And she said these are her favorite. My mom's a quilter. I've talked about her scrapbook pages that I make for her. I'm sure this is the same product she uses on a giant scale. It's called Q-Snap. It's made in the US. Love it. And I can make this cute little 6x6 frame. What I'm thinking is this is the smallest size it comes in. I looked. This is probably going to work for both of these projects. I'm hoping that it will. The cold mornings when I wake up early, but I don't want to do any crafts yet because I don't want to get out of my quilt, I could sit in my chair, drink coffee, watch my friends on YouTube, and cross stitch. That's my logic. Sometimes I sit and die cut or something like that, but it just takes me a while to get all the way awake. And I thought, maybe I'd like to cross stitch during that while I'm warming up. I picked these up because I saw my friend Katie use them on sewing projects before. And maybe my mom would like them. I don't know if my mom knows about this product or is into it, but I saw Bonny and Clive. Bonny is in Australia. She's a junk journaler, and she uses lots of recycled products. She's really not into buying stuff, but she makes things that you would look at and never guess that it's trash to treasure and she didn't buy stuff for it. Like, she had something I don't know when it was, a while ago, and it looked like a little leather-bound journal. I think it was a juice box or a cereal box or something. But she makes really cool stuff. And what she was doing was she was making embellishments, and they were little tiny layered up embellishments. And instead of using wet glue, if you're going to sew on something, you don't want to use glue dots or double-sided adhesive because you're running that through your sewing machine. So normally I would use my art glitter glue and then I would wait for it to dry. What she does is she puts a cluster together and she clips it. She just puts this on her little cluster and then she clips a whole bunch of them together. I could do it while I'm watching TV or movies with Mr. Crafting and Relaxing. And then she runs them through the sewing machine. It was a great video for me because of the clips and also because I liked the idea of she ran a whole bunch of them through and didn't stop and cut between. Way faster, saves a bunch of thread, super efficient. Now, this is made in the US. These say Clover Japan on them. It's a company that has a US part of it, I think. So in some places it said these were made in the US. They're not made in China. I'm fine with it. Just so you know, I got these on Amazon. There were two different sets. They were both called mini. One set was clear. If you've watched my channel very long, you know that I am a messy lady. And when I can, I do not buy things that are clear because I can't find them. I don't like my die cutting plates to be clear, except I bought blue ones once and it kind of put nicks of blue and things. But that's part of why I love my Sidekick plates. I can always find them. So In this, you have a variety of things and only one side is clear. So I think I spent a little bit more because they were colored, but I had a reason. If you're organized and tidy, or if you want everything to match all the time, the clear ones are great. If you ever just wanted really nice little clothespins to do a display on the wall or display craft projects, like I could put these on the wall, and I bet I could put a glue dot right there and then clip the cards that you send me on the wall. That would be adorable. My walls are not fancy though. Don't try that at home. I'm not going to start my cross stitching because I am going to talk about UFOs. You'll see why. UFOs are unfinished objects. Let's talk about this. Every month I try and do a page in this book. This is a 6x6 Dina Wakley. I don't know which one, but it's a while ago. This page, I thought I filmed. I was going to make you a process video, but turns out I only had half of it. In my mind, I was going to use glue as my adhesive for my receipts and my napkin and stuff from my trip to Kansas City. In reality, register tape does not hold up to acrylic paint. I could have used gel matte medium, laid them down, and they probably would have stayed just perfectly. You can see that one says Tuesday morning a little bit. This one says Freddy's somewhat. Oh my gosh. If you are near a Freddy's, please have a frozen custard for me. Oh my gosh. I don't like custard and flan and weird texture-y things. I didn't try frozen custard another time when I could have because I thought that's what it was. I didn't realize it was super fancy ice cream. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. Anyway, I still kept this page. I didn't go over it. I just added some more stuff to it. It's a fun page, blue circle of Kansas City, the line of Kansas and Missouri, the map right here, Kansas, Missouri. I sort of kept things in the right space, but there wasn't room for this on the Missouri side. We went for barbecue a couple different places, and we went to a fun little art market in the plaza, and of course, Scraps KC. I've told you all about that. So I made a page from my trip to Kansas City. This is confetti from the Garth Brooks concert, and I have more of it somewhere, and I'll probably put more on a page. I thought this was a fun challenge to myself to not throw it out. And I kind of like that you have to look to see that this is Jack's and that this is Tuesday morning. So I think it's okay. It is not the most attractive page you've ever seen in your life, but I did it. I think that's what matters. Getting out your mixed media and playing. All right, Smash That Small Paper Pad, Jack and Jill one. If you haven't seen the Smash That Small Paper Pad, I think it was in the process video or updates. Maybe it was updates last week that I let you see this. This paper one, many of you said you wanted me to use it because you have it and you're looking for inspiration. I'll give you some hints about what I'm doing, but then you'll have to wait and see. And you won't find out till the end of the month, right? Because that's the 25th. Smash Our Stash is flowers, so I'm prepping some flowers that I think will go with this. I'm also thinking birthday cards just because I need a lot of birthday cards and they're always hard for me. This should give gender neutral birthday cards and a lot of opportunities. So we'll see. That's what I'm thinking. I change my mind a lot. Noni went to a garage sale near us today. I saw a sign, and so she checked out 2 of them. We couldn't find anything for this weekend. Labor Day weekend, no estate sales, no garage sales of any interest. I went through the craft section of Craigslist. There was nothing interesting. She picked this up for me. It is a craft book, More Handcrafts and Fun from 1975. She paid $0.25 for it, so I do need to give her $0.25, huh? The cover is really aged and cool looking. The pages inside aren't that aged, but they do have some funny retro drawings, and I actually already used a piece of it because I was crafting at her house right there, and I wanted a little bit of text. So, I don't know, maybe I've almost gotten my 25 cents worth. For the dog journal process, I have been stamping the names, and you can see I stamped more than one. Like on this one, I was trying the different M. This is a little fancy for Mona. That's not so much her style, probably. Here, I tried them going different ways. I stamped 2 just to be sure I got a good one at least, or 3. This one, there was a hair on the A, so I didn't like it. And then I'll probably give her the extras I'll keep them all and won't throw any out. But that way I don't have to set up my stamp positioner twice, because it does take a while. Let me show you. Well, I don't know where the stamp positioner is, so I can't show you right now. I was going to work on those first thing this morning, but I sort of lacked motivation for such a detailed project, and I realized I better work on Smash Our Stash and get those flowers moving, because those come out on the 7th. So I need to get to work. I'm going to insert a photo of my friend Janie's craft room. I told you that I saw Janie and Eileen at their garage sale. I want you to see how she organizes her stamps, because I think it's pretty brilliant. Take a look at these photos, and what she's done is she's made a color coding system where she color codes the end of the package. If more than one applies, she can put more than one on there. That would be really great for me for birthday cards or stars or general sentiments. I just think it's really handy. I keep mine in this drawer right here, so I could do it on the end. You could do it if they sit in a container. However you store them, her idea would apply. And I could even put the key right here on the inside of the drawer, because I'm gonna forget. And I have more over here, and you could apply the same idea to your Stampin' Up! Packages. I just thought it was a really cool idea. And if you didn't want to wrap it around the edge, you could do little colored dots right here on the corner. You know, there's little tiny stickers. We used to use them in a thrift store to color code the price of the books, and they were like the size of a hole punch. If you want to sell your stamps later, they'd peel right off and there wouldn't be any problem. I have picked up so many stamp sets lately. I'm almost embarrassed to tell you. I'm losing track of what I have. It would be nice to have all the birthday. We all have a tendency to store by brand. A, because a lot of the big channels do it because they're on design teams. But B, the brands, if you store them together, they're the same shape. So if you keep all your Stampin' Up! Boxes and you're close to my heart, and then maybe you keep your ones that are in little plastic jackets, I don't know, but I don't need to store them by brand. What I need to do is be able to find all the birthday card ones so I can use the best sentiment, the perfect size font for that card, whatever. We went to the state fair yesterday. It was a circus, the Oregon State Fair. We are supposed to wear masks on the fairgrounds at all times, regardless of inside or outside. Oh, unless you are eating or drinking in that moment. I would say about 40% of the people were wearing masks. I would not recommend going to the fair, actually. Noni wanted me to be sure to mention, it's just a follow-up thing, Barely Art Glue versus Art Glitter Glue. This bottle, forgive it, it looks rough, but it works perfectly. They are nearly identical. If you have used them, Barely Art was doing some promos. They sent this to me. I did some videos on it. There are things I absolutely love about this glue. There are things I would rather have my art glitter glue for. The number one thing is Barely Art has a tiny bit more sheen than art glitter. So if you're messy like me and you use too much glue, which most of us do, the Barely Art is more likely to show. It's going to show around the flower. It's going to show if it squishes out the bottom of your die cut, that sort of thing. Two other differences which give more points to Barely Art. Art glitter glue can't be shipped in the winter to a lot of areas. It will freeze and get like a cottage cheese type problem. It is tricky to buy it sometimes in the winter. It comes out of Arizona and it can't go everywhere. Barely Art, I think, is a tougher glue. I could be wrong, but I think when I reach for big chunky plastic pieces, I want my Barely Art glue. It might be a little bit more pliable. It might hold them better. I don't know for sure. I haven't done some comparison with both. I've never had any problems with sequins or small things popping off with art glitter glue, but I don't know that I've truly tested it with some bigger things. So if you disagree with that, that's fair. I haven't totally tested it, but Noni, she prefers the art glitter glue because she doesn't like the shine of the Barely Art. So just something to know. If I'm gluing paper to paper, I should reach for the art glitter. The bottle on the Barely Art is amazing. And the needle's a little longer, so that's nice. I don't know, you could swap them, whatever. But I do notice that Sometimes, especially if I use Barely Art when I'm watching TV or when I'm die cutting at bed at night where my work isn't as precise, when I get it back into better lighting, I'm a little bit mortified. So keep that in mind. If you're hearing people say you have to have Barely Art, I don't know that that's true. And I don't think you have to have both of them. So if you already have art glitter, you're fine. I got new yard lights. Oh, that's the other thing. Noni was at Walmart and she saw these lights with red, white, and blue stars in them. And they are ridiculously cute. I'm gonna put in a photo from my backyard at night so you can see them. I just love them. We used to have rope lighting under here, and well, there was a fire one night, and so we don't have that anymore. I hadn't had lights up here in a while, and I'm in love with these. Absolutely. Walmart, like $30. I'll show you the package too. They're not made in China, but I can't remember where they are made. Okay, I think that's it for today. I'm working on a video about where I live, and I had commented before and asked if anyone was interested. I think what I'll do is show some of the nature and that kind of thing, and then also some of my favorite places. I hit the bakery just so I could film it. Just kidding, that's not why I went. I finished filming. I thought I was done with the video, and I realized I forgot to show you the main thing that's happening this weekend. I worked on the pile of shame. It is now not deep. I understand what's in there. There's just some paper. There's some rolls standing on end. Then you can see counter. I'm pretty happy with that. I woke up in the middle of the night and went on a cleaning spree. Yesterday, I set this table up in the middle and I thought I would work on UFOs. I have a lot of UFOs, unfinished objects. So what I've promised myself is that I won't start my cross stitch or begin working on this bird journal. This is a box that has the cover. I showed this cover in my Joy of Blue video, and so far this is all I have, but I've accumulated items, so I'm not going to start the bird journal. This I showed you. I can't remember if you guys have actually seen that video because I don't know what I showed it in. I'm working on this for Smash Our Stash. When I got out the flowers, I thought, oh, that might be fun. So if you want that journal and you don't like that on there, you better speak up quick. This one I found, I don't know if I've showed you yet. I was going to go back through and look. It's one of the ones I made at the beach. This fabric is in the quilt that my mom made us for our wedding. That's how old that fabric scrap is. And then this is the bag of stuff that I put together as embellishments. So I was going to do that one as a naked journal kit, and it already has a whole bag of goodness. I don't know, got sidetracked. I lost the bag, honestly, in the pile of shame. These are the sewing cards. I haven't gotten back to those, but I did pick up some new stamp sets, so I should work on those. Noni also loaned me her Hero Arts set that's about crafting and knitting and all kinds of stuff. That's 1, 2, 3. That one needs to stay where it is. 4, here's another journal. Same thing, but it doesn't look like I got as far. I have the cover, and I wouldn't say I have all the embellishments. I'd say I started. Again, I was going to do it, I think, as a naked journal. I don't even think I have all the pages. No, this one has a long way to go. Long way to go. I don't know what's going on there, but that's the paint pour cover one that was wood. This one is my basic gray collab from last month, the journal that I made. Oh my gosh, so cute. I forgot already, but I haven't come back to that. These are flattening things. When I went through the pile of shame, there was neat stuff in there, but it was all folded up. Honestly, Noni gave it to me, and I don't even remember when she gave it to me. Look at this one. It has cherries on it. I'm going to try and zoom you out so you can see how big it is. This is just tea-dyed stuff. This would be a pretty neat journal cover, wouldn't it? And look, it has blue. See the blue in there? The scale of the pattern's a little big for a journal cover, but I'm thinking I could trim it down into some sections and put it away safely. I laid it out here probably 2 o'clock this morning, and it seems like it's flattening out pretty well. I might clip it. You know, hangers that you hang pants with, those work great. You can clip the ends and then put it in a closet for a while, and a lot of the wrinkles of stuff will come out. There is my mess. That is my weekend, sort of. I want to work on my sister's journal, and I want some of these to not be UFOs at the end of the weekend. I don't know what the measure is. Maybe if I have bagged that all up and put it away and filmed it. I don't know if I'm actually going to put things on Etsy. Let's not get crazy. If you see stuff you like, just send me emails or message me on Instagram, because I might never get around to Etsy again. Thanks so much for watching. I hope that you have a wonderful Labor Day weekend and that it is giving you some extra time for crafting and relaxing. Bye-bye.